Partnered by Times Influence.
Money plays an important part in our lives, in our conversations and in our behavior. Money gives us freedom and the power of choice. Most of us know how to make money, but how many of us know how to grow it? We bring to you this brand new series Jan Nivesh, which resolves to empower and suggest options to people to grow their wealth and achieve their dreams and aspirations. On this series, we meet people from different walks of life and understand their financial aspirations and suggest options to help them grow their money. We kickstart this journey with the young and the restless, India's Generation Next.
You need to know.
I plan to be a part of this Jan Nivesh and save as much as possible.
I came here today with the hope to build a foundation to my plans or dreams.
Mutual funds, I've only heard about them in advertisements.
I'm still a learner, so probably over here after talking to the experts, I might gain more knowledge and it would be beneficial for me. That is what
Having clear aspirations is a good first step, and these guys really know what they want in life. But what these achievers need is a plan. Hello and welcome to the Association of Mutual Funds in India and Times Network present Jan Nivesh, a pan-India investor education initiative where we're going out to all and every Indian and telling them on how they can invest their hard-earned money wisely. On this episode, we rendezvous with a group of young, bright minds and we help them discover how they can achieve their dreams and their aspirations, and also we make them understand how investing small sums of money regularly in a disciplined way can reap benefits in the long term. Joining me on this episode are two financial experts who will also help us decode the concerns of these young students and also provide them with a plan for a brighter financial future. Allow me to introduce them to you. We have Harsh Rungta from harshrungta.com and Nikhil Kothari from Etika Wealth Management. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Harsh, Nikhil, you've both had a chance to speak with our students, to chat with them, to understand what's on their mind. And it's now time to help them better understand investments and help fulfill their financial aspirations.
My name is Shashwat Raut. I live in Walkeshwar, Malabar Hill, and I just finished with my 12th grade. I'm 17 and a half years old and I love playing football, I love traveling. So as you get older, they say you get more mature. So similarly, that way I've heard from people and my parents themselves, they tell me to save more, even though they give me money, they are like, save more percentage of this money. So yeah, I've started saving a lot more than I used to a year back. So I would love to invest into mutual funds for two primary objectives that I have. That is to travel all around the globe and even in our country. And the second would be to study abroad without giving much stress on my parents' pockets.
What you can do is that traveling within country will not require a huge amount of corpus as compared to traveling abroad. So what you need to do is that start saving small amount of money for a traveling fund. Right now, you can divide your traveling in a couple of parts. One is that I want to travel for this year, then maybe after 3 years, and this is in my second destination, and after 5 years, this is my third destination. So first, divide your part that what destination you want and what's the time frame you want to go for that. Once you decide that, then decide what is the amount you would like to have for that. So say for example, if you're traveling, first destination may cost you 30,000 rupees. After 3 years, the second destination may cost you 50,000 rupees. And after 5 years, the third destination will cost you 70,000 rupees. So once you know this whole three ballpark number, then you start planning that how much can I start saving from today onwards. And once you start saving from today onwards, divide in that money in three different buckets. The money which you require for 1 year should be in like a very, very short term, like a very, very safe asset, like a debt fund. The money which you require in 3 years can be slightly higher than a debt fund, which can be a mix of debt and equity. The money which you require after 5 years or 6 years, that can be slightly more in equity and less in debt. So these are various options available when it comes to investing, right? So depending on time frame, you need to select the asset classes and then start investing for that asset.
आकाश, आप मुझे बताइए ना, हर्ष से भी आपकी बात हुई है, तो क्या है आपके मन में अभी, क्या करना चाह रहे हैं आप?
मेरा नाम आकाश नामदेव कदम है। मैं लाला लजपत राय कॉलेज में फर्स्ट ईयर में पढ़ रहा हूँ। मम्मी दूसरों के घर पे जाके खाना बनाने का काम करती है और डैडी ऑफिस बॉय का काम करते हैं। उनका काम भी आउटडोर ही होता है, तो इन दोनों से हमारा घर चलता है। तो ये घर मेरे दादी का है, तो मुझे खुद का मतलब मेरे मम्मी पापा के लिए मुझे घर लेना है मुंबई में, तो ये मेरा ड्रीम है। मेरे माँ बाप ने भी बहुत कोशिश की थी कि मुंबई में घर लेना चाहिए, पर उनसे तो हो नहीं पाया। मैं अभी से ही सेव करना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि जब मुझे घर लेना है आगे जाके, तो तब भी मुझे ज़्यादा मेहनत ना करना पड़े कि पैसे के लिए कि यहाँ से पैसा ये करूँ वहाँ से करूँ। तो इसके लिए कि अभी से जो सेव करूँगा, जो आगे जाके मुझे एक बड़ी अमाउंट मिलेगी, तो घर लेने में आसानी हो जाएगी। म्यूचुअल फंड का ऐड देखा था टीवी पे, तो उसमें ऐसा लगा था कि ये अपने लिए नहीं है, सिर्फ जो अच्छी खासी सैलरी रहते हैं उनके लिए है। तो फिर बाद में ऐसा पता चला कि जिनके पास एक सेविंग अमाउंट है, वो भी आप डायरेक्टली इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं।
2-3 चीज़ें इस उम्र में, ओके, 2 चीज़ें अगर ये सीख लें, चाहे वो आकाश हो और भी कोई हो। एक कि अभी खर्चा ना करके फ्यूचर में खर्चा करना, उसमें कई बार आप देखेंगे कि वो खर्चा करने की आपकी चाह ही चली जाती है। एक वो इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ है कि पोस्टपोन योर एक्सपेंडिचर। दूसरी बात कि छोटी अमाउंट सेव करने से क्या फ़ायदा, तो हो सकता है कि सेव करने से तो नहीं, लेकिन सेविंग का अगला स्टेप होता है इन्वेस्टमेंट। और उसमें एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल मैं लूँगा कि आज हम कहीं भी बाहर जाते हैं, पिज़्ज़ा खा लिया, बर्गर खा लिए, कोक पी लिया और जाने क्या क्या, उसमें 1000-2000 रुपये तो शायद महीने के खर्चे आज करीबन स्टूडेंट्स का हो ही जाता है। आप सोचिए, आप बहुत यंग हैं, अभी 17-18 साल के हैं, ये जो 2000 रुपये का महीने का खर्चा है, बढ़ाइए मत, सेम टू सेम 2000। इसको अगर आप 40 साल तक इन्वेस्ट करते, ये इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा, अगर आप इन्वेस्ट करते हैं 12% पे भी जो मिल सकता है, ओके, आपका 2,30,00,000 रुपया बनता है। खैर वो 40 साल के बाद बनेगा, दैट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू अबाउट 23 लाख टुडे। यानी ये जो 2000 का डिस्क्रिशनरी खर्चा है, पिज्ज़ा बर्गर ये सारा खर्चा इक्विवेलेंट टू 1 BHK फ्लैट है वसई में, विरार में।
So, Nikhil, I want to come to you on this point. The idea is that even if they save a small amount, like even 500 per month, investing it into mutual funds, how can we do? Because the first concern becomes that mutual funds is this big word, you know, we've heard about it, we don't sometimes understand it, what is it? But there is another thing called SIP, Systematic Investment Plan. So can you shed a little light on that so that these young students, even with this small amount, can get into mutual funds through that?
Okay. So first of all, mutual fund is meant for common man, is meant for all of us. So to invest in mutual fund, you don't require a huge amount of money. You only require a basic amount of 500 rupees. अगर आप 500 रुपये से महीने का इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो म्यूचुअल फंड में, राइट। सो उसमें कोई बड़ा अमाउंट नहीं चाहिए, और आपको जितना बड़ा अमाउंट इन्वेस्ट करना है वो भी आप कर सकते हो, और छोटा अमाउंट इन्वेस्ट करना है वो भी कर सकते हो। उसका ये फ़ायदा है कि अगर म्यूचुअल फंड क्यों बेटर है, क्यों सही है, क्योंकि हम सब अपना सारे पैसा मिलाते हैं। हम खुद जाके कोई बड़े फंड मैनेजर को हायर नहीं कर सकते, बट हम सब 500 रुपये देते हैं, और ऐसे लाखों लोग देते हैं, राइट। तो सबका पैसा मिला के एक बहुत बड़ा कॉर्पस बन जाता है, और उस कॉर्पस से हम अच्छे फंड मैनेजर आ सकते हैं, उससे अच्छी रिसर्च टीम आ सकती है, और वो सब मिल के आपके पैसे को अच्छा इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, जो आपको काफ़ी अच्छा रिटर्न आएगा। सेकंड थिंग जो आपको जानना होगा कि अब आप बोलोगे हर महीने कौन 500 रुपये लेके जाके इन्वेस्ट करेगा, फॉर्म फिलअप करेगा, वो सब कुछ नहीं करना होता है। एक म्यूचुअल फंड में एक तरीका होता है विच कॉल्ड एज SIP, सिस्टमैटिक इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान। सो व्हाट इट सेज दैट It's very simple. You can invest, and basically you can link to your goals, right? So whatever your goals are, you can link that money to that goal, and every month you can fix a date. It can be 5th, it can be 10th, it can be 15th. Then you decide the date. On that date, the money gets debited from your bank account and invested in the fund.
Let's move on now. Harsh, Shubhangi is actually from Kolkata and she's living in Andheri. And she, in fact, is living in a rented flat right now. And she has some aspirations. So let's hear from her. What's on your mind?
Hello, my name is Shubhangi Chakravarti. I've been born and brought up in Kolkata, and I moved to Mumbai last year in February. I've come here for my studies, and I just gave my 12th board exams from Bhavans College Andheri campus. Being a single mother, it's really hard for her to save any money, and now, right now, when she's spending on both our accommodations and then my pocket money and then other expenses, I can't expect her to save that much money because she doesn't have much to spare. My primary aim is to have a good, pretty apartment on rent in Mumbai. For rent as of now, the buying thing is of course there. I want to buy an apartment in Mumbai.
You know, I think the great thing about this is that you're planning for it. I think that itself, most people at your age, okay, live life day after day, which is not a bad way of living, provided you have done some amount of planning. And I think you're doing this planning. I think
it's great. She's got like this financial goal, a kind of quantified goal that this is my aim, this is what I want to achieve. Right.
So, but very clearly, I mean, this requires earning, right? I mean, even though you're planning for the deposit for the rent of the house, but still it's a big amount. Obviously, this is not what you can do from your allowance, right? And I think the very act that you're, and when we were talking, you said that you save as much as 40% of your allowance. So as I mentioned, either your mother is very generous with the allowance, or you're really a very good manager of money. So
we'll assume it's both. It's a mix of both. Let's assume it's a mix of both.
What I would suggest, since you have very short time, right? I would suggest that you enter into something that's now quite popular. Enter into a challenge with your mother.
Okay.
Right? If you save 40%, ask your mother to save 40% as well. And that 40%, remember, comes from a much larger corpus. And I think clearly with that kind of competition, so to speak, your ability to get the deposit amount as quickly as possible should happen much faster.
And Harsh, any advice on, so while she's saving this monthly 40% of this, what should she be putting it into to kind of help it grow more?
So I think clearly, since the money is going to be required over a short period of time, it needs to be something like a liquid fund, right? And it's a great way, if you have not already doing mutual funds, I think it's a great place to start. As I said, there are very little formalities now. You can actually do the formalities electronically as long as you have your Aadhaar and your PAN cards. You can actually do this electronically. You can start your investments electronically. Please put that in liquid funds, obviously, because you're going to need the money in 4, 5, 6 months. So you cannot put it into any other class. But that's a starting point. I am assuming that's not the only goal you have. You would have other goals, and your mother would have other goals in the future.
Aditya, let's move on to you. The good thing is that Aditya has already started some amounts of investments. So why don't you tell us about that, Aditya?
Hi, my name is Aditya Bharadwaj. I'm a first year law student at Government Law College, Mumbai. Most of my time is spent in working for different committees, attending lectures, hanging out with my friends, spending time with my friends, eating out. My parents and my grandparents have always have invested in a lot of places. So being with them, I learnt about mutual funds and equity markets. I want to go out and study abroad in the future and maybe even buy a good expensive bike.
So Nikhil, what is your advice to Aditya? How should we guide him onto the right path?
Yeah. So Aditya, I think on the background, it's good that you got the financial knowledge and your family is already giving an understanding what exactly equity market, how to invest. That's a good part of it. And once you become 18 years of age, after 18 you can start your own Demat account, you can have your own mutual funds in your name. So all that you've already started. Now coming to your funding of international education. Now international education requires a huge amount of money. And from a current level, from your allowance or from whatever basic savings you can do, obviously you cannot fund the education cost of it. So to fund your education, I'll say you should rather rather take an education loan. Now the good part in education loan is that you don't have to pay anything while you're studying, and once you complete your education, you can start paying your EMIs, and all the interest which you pay for education loan also get benefit on the tax exemption. So you don't have to you don't have to pay taxes on that part of the income. With regard to buying a bike, okay, that's a lifestyle goal, right? So now lifestyle goal is not a mandatory goal; it's an optional goal. And that all depends on how much money I am earning and how much I can save and how much I can invest. So I'll first say that the optional goal should not be your priority. Your priority should be first to meet your mandatory goals. So mandatory goals can be, say for example, you want to have your own house at some point of time, or you want to plan for your own retirement. That's another. So a lot of people say retirement should I start from 25, 26?
Very important.
The answer is yes. The day you start working and you start earning, you should start planning for your retirement. So how people look at retirement, that once I'm 50s, I'll start planning for retirement. How you should look at retirement is that what I save on 25 will help me on 55. What I save on 26 will help me in 56. What I save on 30 will help you in 60. If you only save from 50 to 60, it will only help you from 60 to 70. What about after that? Right? So start planning for the retirement the day you start working. So first try to meet those mandatory goals, start saving for those goals. After that, as your income increases, your saving potential also increases, then you start planning for your lifestyle goals.
Harsh, Hasti is here with us. Hasti, tell us a little bit about yourself and what is your financial aspiration?
So currently I'm studying in first year. I'm pursuing journalism. So my main dream too is become a journalist. Maybe one day sit there.
Super.
And apart from that, after I complete my graduation, I have a dream to do post graduation, but not with my parents' money. I want to pay for myself, and I don't have any such thing of like starting internationally, but at least not in Mumbai. So it could be maybe in India, or if I get a chance and if I find any better university, better opportunities, then international.
At this stage, what you could probably plan for, since you don't have earning, for creating a corpus you need some kind of earning, right? Your only earning today is the allowance, and I think the way in which Nikhil just mentioned to Aditya as well, there are two ways in which you can make sure that you don't become a burden on your parents, if that's what you want to avoid. One obviously is from your allowance. Okay, make those little savings. Those savings don't remain little. Make those savings and invest them. Okay, they will make a pretty decent contribution for that part of the corpus. It will only be a part. From an allowance, that's what you can expect to make. And then obviously today education loans are available where you don't even have to fund simple interest. I mean, during the course period for post graduation, you don't have to do any funding. Okay, so that is, you can come back, finish your course. When you start your job, you can start paying that loan, including the interest during the course period. So I think by doing that, of course, it will put a burden on your finances when you start working, okay, but it will allow you to make sure that your parents don't pay for your post graduation, and I think that's a very, very good thing to aim for.
And we've got Aman, who's our final guest here today. So Nikhil, the great part about Aman is that he's already started investing in mutual funds. Tell us about what your financial aspiration is.
My name is Aman Jain. I'm 18 years old and I live in Mumbai. And I'm currently studying in mass media, Hinduja College, first year. When I did an internship, so I used to get money at the end of the month, and I realized that money is very important and I need to save it and invest it, because only saving won't help my money grow. So one day I had come to my dad and I asked him that what should I do with this money. So he suggested me that you should start investing in mutual funds, since this is the most practical way to grow money. So then that's the reason then I started researching about mutual funds, and after a month or so I started investing in it. 5 years ago I had seen a building in Tardeo. It's called the Imperial Towers, and whenever I look at that building I just have this wish to have a flat in that building. I feel a bit emotional. I don't know, I just feel that there is some connection with that building, and it's just that whenever I travel from that road I just want to get into that building. So as of now my financial aspiration is only to get a flat in that building.
The first thing is start as early as possible, which is already done. And because when you start early, the biggest mantra in investing is power of compounding. That right. So the normally when we discuss about investment, we discuss how much money you are putting in and what is the return you will get. These are two things which you all focus on. But what we don't focus on is something: how long can I compound my money? How long can I stay invested? And N, which is the how long can I stay invested, is the biggest mantra in investing. Right. So good part that you have age at your side, so you can compound your money for longer time period. Now I'll say that when I spoke to you, the two things which you need to do is that whatever you're saving, you should keep on investing, right? And apart from that, when we discuss that, you're saying that what you're learning, you're also trying to take classes for that in terms of teaching,
right?
And with that you earn some amount of money. And when you do your internship, whatever money you earn, you don't want to spend that money because that's your hard-earned money, right? So that really teaches you what is the value of money. So try to use all that money and start doing SIP, systematic investment plan, in a long-term mutual fund, which is like something like a balance or an equity mutual fund, right? Because what you want to buy a house is not in 1 year, in 5 years, 10 years. You want to buy in next 10, 15, 20 years down the line. So when you start investing this small amount of money every month on month, this will help you to create that corpus to buy the house. Now, during this whole journey of next 10, 15 years, you'll see a lot of ups and downs, right? So if I look at your example, if you started 3 months back or 4 months back, you've already seen your portfolio value will be slightly lower than what you've invested in, right? Because markets go through these ups and downs. What you only need is stay invested and have patience to stay invested. The market will go through these ups and downs in interim, but if you stay invested for a long period of time, the equity as an asset class will give you handsome return. So the idea which you have to do is that keep on investing, right? Keep invest regularly, and most part is stay invested and have patience. If you have all these three things, you can achieve your goals.
Nikhil, Harsh, thank you so much for being here. But I do know that you want to give these students a financial roadmap. So we have some printouts, and we would love if you could guide them on that. We'd love for you to also join our movement of Jan Nivesh by pledging to invest 1 day's income per month into mutual funds. You can take the pledge by giving a missed call on 1-800-833-666 or also visiting our website, which is jannivesh.in. After all, aaj ki kamai bhavishya mein kaam aaye. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back on the next episode with another set of guests. Thank you so much for watching.
The advice given by the experts was really interesting and informative. I guess now I know when to start investing and how to invest especially.
So Mr. Harsh told me to increase the possibilities of my savings much more. He told me to go on a sort of a competition with my mother in terms of saving, and he told me to have a thing with her where she also saves around 40% every month, and in that way it's not technically a competition, but then we can save much more, and it will be like really helpful to us in the long run.
They gave me a plan on how I can invest and how I should go about it, and I looked over it, and it is a very helpful plan that I plan to follow. Maybe I'll not be able to do it as strictly as they've given, but I will try my best to follow the plan so that I can invest more.
I hope that the plan that they provided, I could actually try it in real and maybe get some good amount of investment.
एक्सपर्ट ने कहा था कि 2 रुपए की कोई छोटी कीमत नहीं, तो उसे थोड़ा थोड़ा करके सेव करो, आगे जाके बहुत बड़ी कीमत बन सकती है उससे, तो आप अपने ड्रीम्स पूरे कर सकते हो.
The experts have advised me to invest the way I'm investing, and just to stay on it and have more patience, and not just remove all my money in a year or two. They have told me to stay on it for like 10-12 years, and I probably might have a lot of money from which I can achieve my dream.
To find out more about mutual funds, visit the website www.mutualfundsahihai.com. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Partnered by Times Influence.